Welcome to the Tuesday Show, everybody. Well, find a clever way to beep out that F word I said there, the F-U-C-K word.
You do, on Part of Goose Game, the hyonk.
Oh, there we go. I'll put a hyonk in there.
The hyonk.
Well, there you go. Welcome to the Tuesday Show, one and all, to the official 4,000 subscriber press start. We did it. We started at 4,000 subscribers, and then the thing that I was certain was going to happen happened, where people gave us a try and were like, not for me. But guess what? The people that said not for me, we love you. Hopefully will become for you one day once your taste elevates to the, highest of IQ levels that, of course, our channel is. And for the people that are already here and that helped us reach that 4,000 mark, thank you. Very grateful. We're hyped up. We got some fun stuff in the works. Just grinding away, getting stuff done. It's exciting times. It's September. It's Cami brought up what's
the 21st night of September.
That's right. And you know what that means? We have our first sponsor. That's not true.
We don't.
But it is the 21st night of September. It's great. I've got Dungeons and Dragons tonight, and I am certain that will be one of the only jokes told the whole night. Last time at Dungeons and Dragons, I'll give you guys a little recap. The joke that got me, my friend Max, shout out to him, a very funny man. He did a little improv thing because we were talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, where it was just Arthur and Dutch arguing about Dutch turning himself into a pickle and Arthur needing to have faith. It's the stupidest goddamn thing ever. Out of context, but keep in mind, we were kicking back, having a good time. That killed me with laughter. So that's about the level that you can expect from these D&D wrap-up stories. But enough about that. How about some video games this week? There's some Kena Bridge of Spirits came out.
It came out today. A lot of people really liking it, right?
I've heard nothing but good things. That's kind of been the mantra for this year. I really haven't heard anything god-awful about a game that's come out. Well, we'll wait and see what Ubisoft does. But bam, know what I'm saying? But so far so good across the board on just about everything I've played and everything I went to.
84 on Metacritic at the minute.
Oh, good for them.
So
it looks fantastic. I intend to give it a try. But
me too.
We'll see when that happens. So maybe around, I don't know, maybe I'll get like an extra day or something off in October. Be able to cram some gaming in. It's busy time.
Mm-hmm.
But Cami, I understand you've still been playing Deathloop. Is there anything else on your docket there?
Been playing Prey as well.
Good. I love Prey. I adore that game.
I know. When I was playing it. Oh, it's a cat.
Oh, the cat. It's joined. Moo.
Moo.
Moomus. How you doing, Moo? Oh, we'll let Moo eat.
Yeah,
when you're done eating, Moo, come join us. But that's all good. Well, Deathloop and Prey, they have someone in common. Those two. Arcane.
Yeah, a little bit. Round of applause. Arcane's being fantastic.
I've talking them up since I was 16. Did I ever tell that story about what I did to go get my copy of Dishonored 2 when that came out?
I don't know.
It was when I had my entire family but me and my brother were away in Michigan visiting some sibling, my sister Mary and her husband. They were up there. And I had orientation at a grocery store in a completely different city, a completely different town. It was I think probably 10, 15 miles from my house. I went to the orientation, didn't really have a ride home for about 2 hours. And there's this place called Games Ahoy, my favorite game store to this day that I go to every time I'm down in jolly old Colorado. And so from this grocery store, which was about 3 miles or so on a 90-degree day, I walked all the way to the Games Ahoy on the side of this little highway, just marching along down there. I picked myself up some coffee. It was a great journey. I picked up coffee. There was a homeless guy. I waved to him. I continued on my journey. I arrived there. I was disgusting looking. I wore a gray shirt, so I was fucking covered in sweat. And I was holding this. the image just had to have been the most disgusting. I remember looking down at my shirt and just being like, ugh. And so I hustled. I grabbed that copy of Dishonored 2 because it was on sale also, which is part of the reason why I went there. So I got it for like 35, $40 or something. Then I walked further to a parking lot where my brother found me and drove me home so I could play it. And that's the lengths I went to. And I don't think I was that fat at the time, so it's not as impressive. I think I was in okay shape, but still, a long walk in the desert I took to get to that game. I adore Arcane in their catalog of games.
I haven't played an Arcane game before, and now I'm like, I'm juggling two, and I'm loving both of them.
They're fantastic.
So
They're just so good at doing things.
they do all the things really well.
They do. I adore them.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorites. I'm really Double Fine too. Double Fine's been. I just got super into Parappa the Rapper again. Been listening to that stuff and playing that, and look at Double Fine was tweeting out stuff about Parappa the Rapper like right as I started playing it again. I was like, there must be some overlap or something because I was like, because I think they maybe part of part of one of the abilities is inspired by Parappa the Rapper in Psychonauts 2. I won't say any more than that, but you know, it's super cool. I love it when stuff lines up like that. When you're like really into something and you're like, oh, cool, and then it just turns out that that thing you're really into is connected to another thing that you were already into. If that makes sense.
It does. I get you.
It's been happening more and more. I already talked about the Elijah Wood thing. That's ridiculous. He's in like everything I love. So that's like, oh, speaking of everything I love, with October right around the corner, I have a tradition. On October 1st, I queue up what I like to call my perfect mood setter for Halloween and Thanksgiving and all that. I queue up the fantastic miniseries starring Elijah Wood, Over the Garden Wall. Have you ever seen that, Ms. Cammy?
No, I've been told about it a lot and told that I need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's fantastic. I love it a lot. It's beautifully animated. It's only like 10 episodes, so you can get through it like a single day. And they're like, it plays like a movie, kind of, but not a movie.
Yeah.
It leaves stuff out. It's great. I love it. It's a little hard to explain. I won't spoil anything, but I did a big video on that last year with how much I loved it. Fully intend to watch it again this year. Very excited for that. Maybe I'll make some hot apple cider when I do it. Let some of the leaves in.
Yeah.
I don't like hot apple cider that much, but it's fall. You gotta have a little bit in fall.
As far as I know, hot cider isn't really a thing over here.
Do you have regular cider?
Yeah.
Heat it up.
No.
No. I don't actually know how to make hot cider. I imagine it's just heated up cider.
I would have thought so. Maybe some spices thrown in or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Can you have heated alcoholic cider, or does that make for poison?
Wait, the cider isn't alcoholic?
I don't know. I've never made it before. But that's a good thought. Maybe it is just apple cider and then you just pour a lot of vodka into it afterwards, and that's what makes it alcoholic.
I think your cider is different from our cider.
Alcoholic.
Our cider is it's like an alcoholic drink.
Alcoholic.
You don't need it's just
I know there's
alcohol.
Hot spiked cider, apple cider, brown sugar, spiced tea bags, butter, cinnamon sticks. Okay, so yeah, it's a thing. Apparently that's the regular thing. Well, remember, I've been a young boy a long, long while. Most of my experiences are non-alcoholic for the most part. Yeah, they just call it spiked. Maybe you're not supposed to do it. Captain Morgan. Oh, do it with rum. And it takes 3 hours. Okay. I like making fancy drinks for myself, and every once in a while, like, follow a recipe. But is it just me, or is like if you find anything on like Pinterest, because I hate Pinterest, I think it's a horrible setup. If you find anything on there, they're like, well, it's gonna take you like 5 hours. You're gonna need these 75 ingredients, and then you're just gonna it would take a whole day to put together a drink. I don't have a whole day to put together a drink. Who has a whole day to put together a drink?
Not me.
There you go.
Cider does mean something different in the UK and America.
What
That's why
cider?
I was looking at you like,
What cider in the
um,
UK?
cider in the UK is an alcoholic apple drink.
Oh, okay. So it's close enough. Ours
It's-
is an apple drink that can be alcoholic.
Yeah, but I mean, there are like pages and pages of explanations. I was kind of hoping that there would just be one sentence that's like, in the UK it's this, and in America it's this. Is but from what I can see, simplified, the UK is always alcoholic.
Okay.
America is sometimes alcoholic, which I think is a pretty good explanation of the differences between our two countries.
Well, there you go. Yeah, yeah, just might be.
We're
Most of
pissheads.
most of
You're
our
sometimes.
most of our alcoholic stuff is just very hard alcohol that people just pour into their bodies. They don't get fancy
Ours is
with
like,
it.
yeah, ours is like every drink you can imagine. We'll make it alcohol if you can. Pretty much all of them you can.
And you make them taste good.
Yeah, we do that.
I don't think there's been
It,
I'm a big Guinness fan. I know it's not Britain, but it's your neighbors at
it,
least.
it's Ireland.
Yeah.
My stepdad will be very happy about that because he's Irish.
Oh, well, there you
He's like a
go.
proud Irishman, so he'll be like,
I do adore it. It's huge over here. I would say it's probably the most popular beer, at least among the people I'm around. People love it. You know, it might also just be a posse. It's like I'm drinking a Guinness. What are you having, a Bud Light? Me, my God, you hillbilly.
how Guinness is like posh over there.
Yeah, well, it's America. What do you want
That's
from
America.
us? It's America. Have you seen?
You're sweating.
We have coffee flavored beer that like burns holes in your brain. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Like we're a mess. We're a mess. You know what I want to do this year though for Halloween? Now that's coming around the corner, I want to do a goddamn corn maze, like a big one. You guys have corn mazes at all in
Uh,
Britain?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't really do the whole Halloween thing.
You don't.
Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't really. Um, which I can tell you a funny story about that in a minute.
Oh,
But
cool.
like my knowledge is Halloween. The most sort of eventy things you can get over here is I live relatively near a theme park. It's like the biggest one in the UK. It's called Alton Towers.
Oh, I know about that. Defunctland talked
Yeah,
about that.
there. It's like our biggest in the UK, and they put on like Halloween spooky nights. I don't know entirely
Ooh.
what goes on. Ooh, spooky. But yeah, I don't really do Halloween, partly because like I don't like being scared at all. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
that like ruins a lot of it for me. But also when I was little, like I was a wise child. I never liked the idea of Santa because as like a 3-year-old, I was like, I don't want a strange old man coming into my house, into my
Yeah,
room.
you
Mum,
told
that's
me about
creepy.
that. You were horrified. Or
Yeah,
not
like
horrified. You were
as
just
a
like, "What?"
as a child, I was like, I know this isn't okay. I remember saying to my mum again when I was like still in a car seat, young. Like I've been thinking about it, and the tooth fairy just ain't real because people can't fly. I've been thinking about it, it's not real. So, and I went trick or treating once, and I was 9, maybe. I was young, like it was still like you walked maybe 3 roads and you were tired and your parents went with you. And so I went with my friend and it was the first time I went trick-or-treating. And I don't fully remember this, but my mum remembers it clearly, so it's obviously true. And I came home and I said to her, I don't like trick-or-treating. It just feels like begging, like just going to a stranger's house, knocking on a door saying, "Give me sweets or I will do something mean to you." Like my little 9-year-old brain was like, "Don't like it. It feels like begging, Mum. I don't want to do that." I was a woke child.
I guess you were. I don't know. Trick or treating always did feel like a little strange to me. I didn't start doing it till I was a bit older.
Yeah, it just makes me like
Strange.
Yeah, I don't want to
Don't like.
make people who do it feel bad,
Yeah, and they
but at the
don't feel bad.
same
I love
time,
giving candy to kids.
yeah,
At
but
Halloween, no one take
you
that.
know,
Jesus
um,
Christ, I can see the comments now.
yeah, but like I don't know. Some kids do it, and it's sweet, and they're really kind about it. I'm thinking maybe sometimes it's the area you're in, because sometimes kids come up, and it's very clear that like me and my mum got a McDonald's one night on Halloween. Like we got the drive-through. We were getting out of the car with like the bags of McDonald's and coming in, and there were kids like knocking on our door repeatedly, and then they noticed that we'd come in, and they were like trick or treat. Like we're just coming in with and it was very obvious they wanted some of the McDonald's. They
Oh,
were like looking at it, and I was like, "Bitch, this is our tea." I mean, they were 7 or 8, but I was like, "Bitch, fuck off." So maybe it's the area you're in. Maybe it depends on how nice the kids are.
it
But
might be.
it felt like begging. Didn't like it. Santa's an old creepy man who comes into your house. Trick or treating feels like begging. People can't fly, so tooth fairies aren't real. Um, yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm in a college town, so a bunch of fucking moron college students will try trick or treating and just take candy from kids, which is fucking embarrassing. By the way,
Yeah.
there's not much. I get it's fun and all that. I'm fine with getting in a costume. I have no costume ideas for this year, or even if I'm going to a Halloween
We could
party.
brainstorm.
We could think of some. I'd love
We,
to get
we
an
were gonna
Alf
do
costume. That'd be awesome.
yeah, we were gonna do a spoopy stream that we were gonna dress up for.
Woo! Yeah, we got to do.
Spoopy.
We could play the new Outlast game, maybe, or maybe a couple of the older
Yeah,
Outlast games.
you could play Outlast, and me and Luke can just chill, vibe.
I do love me a good horror game. We could do Soma. We could play. You know
Mhm.
what? We'll have you play. I can set up.
Ah.
We can set up a totally legit PlayStation 1 through Parsec and not an emulator to play Clock Tower. Because that isn't that scary of a game. And I think it's short. I haven't actually touched it in a while. But it's a little. Oh no, Resident Evil 1 would be fun.
We wouldn't.
Well, we could do the
We
original
wouldn't.
one and it would look all
I
pixelated.
thought I thought the whole plan was that you were playing the spoopy game, and me and Luke were just gonna dress up and be like, "We're here,
We could
hi,"
do that.
and
That's
then
right. I still have to do my run of Five Nights at Freddy's because I am a. I don't know
you
if
were
I'm a
gonna do.
master, but
Well,
I'm
you can
okay.
become a master on the spoopy stream. Me and Luke will dress up. It'll be great. Be
Well, yeah.
grand.
A grand adventure. No, yeah, I think I've always wanted to do that. Just like a long stream where I try to beat every single one of those games with all the knowledge I amassed through seventh
Oh,
to
we should
ninth
do that.
grade.
We should do that.
It'd be fun. I don't know. We'll see
Would.
about getting it set up with Luke. We can talk to him about it this Saturday. Like I
We
said
can.
at the start of this channel, for those of you who aren't aware, we started this channel in January. We're coming up on that 1 year anniversary. It's a
Crazy.
coming. But a big deal I made back then. I was like, man, we got to do some crazy stuff for like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas because
Yeah.
that's the most fun stuff. Sets the mood for the month, and people love that shit. So I am all about getting this stuff set up. If you guys have any ideas, and prove me right, because Luke was giving me shit for it. He was like, I don't know.
We have to.
That's exactly how he talks
Still,
too.
now, like it is. I go back to like on some of my favorite channels, and I will watch the like years prior, like holiday specials, bef in the run up. So for me, it's like in December, I love PlayStation Access. I talk about them a lot, but like they've had like 3-ish years, maybe 4 years of like Christmas themed videos. I'll like all through Christmas while I'm wrapping presents in the run up. I'm like, well, time to binge watch all of the Christmas series, probably several times. So it's not stupid. It's not stupid.
Yeah, it's not stupid.
Yeah.
Luke, you
Ugh.
idiot.
I don't know what we're
Anyways,
gonna do for Thanksgiving.
I will make a gimmick out of it because y'all don't have Thanksgiving over there in evil, evil Britain where you're not thankful for anything ever.
We're
So
not.
we'll think of something. Maybe we'll like
We just
send
can
you a
play it.
turkey with a GoPro in it and just film that
Okay.
journey.
Yeah.
Having the
Yeah.
box get lost in transit. That could
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Well, costume ideas. Do you dress up for Halloween? I haven't dressed up for Halloween in a good bit.
Nope. Literally, the
Oh.
one time I think I dressed up for Halloween is when I went trick or treating. That was when I was like 9.
Oh, there you go. Well, we got to change that because if we're doing a live stream. We got to have our spooky, scary costumes.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons. I could go as Ben Shapiro, but I know that probably wouldn't be great.
I think last time
Hmm.
didn't you say you were gonna go as Jack Black?
Oh, I don't think I did, but I could go as Jack Black. That's not that hard. I just take my shirt off and I eat a little bit
Yeah,
more. No offense to Jack Black. It's just
I
I
think he
could beat you
knows.
up. What?
I
What'd you
think
say?
he like knows. He knows what he looks
He
like. He's
knows he's a
fine.
big guy.
He's a
He
cool
knows.
dude.
I'll think of something. We could go as Jack Black. We should think of a theme. What's a 3-person crew? Uh, I
Okay.
could be I could be Mario because I'm round. I'm rounder than Luke, who could be Luigi. And then
Fine.
you, of course, going on the natural line of things, could be Toad. Oh, we were thinking of the same thing. There you go.
Yeah,
That's a
I ain't
good
being Peach.
costume.
She's just annoying. She's annoying.
She is. She's a dirty bitch, is what she is. And I'm sick of the
Toad, on
sound
the
of
other
her
hand,
voice, Nintendo. Although, why have they done like a standalone platformer with Peach? I wouldn't mind that.
they
Flip the
did.
roles, give her a new move set, give her like gliding things with her little parasol. Like you could make a really fun game out of that. Nintendo is sexist.
They did.
Oh, they did? When?
Yeah.
It was on DS actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
that's
remember I
right.
had it.
They should
You
do it
remember? I
again.
don't need to Google it. Remaster.
I'm not taking back what I said. Still sexist for not doing it multiple times. Nintendo.
The
All those
guy
Nintendo
always on the
apologists.
girl. Ugh.
Women. If I had a
God,
what's the line from IT Craze? Like if I had a nickel for every bloody woman.
I
And
don't
that's
remember.
I love that show. I need to rewatch that. It's on Netflix still. That's another recommendation for you, audience. The IT
IT
Crowd.
crowd.
It's
There's an
tremendous.
IT crowd reference in a Deathloop, and every time I see it, it makes me smile.
There you go. See? It's traversing the plane of pop culture, IT Crowd. I love that show. Oh, speaking of
Good
shows
shout.
that I love,
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching through Better Call Saul again.
Nice.
Enjoying that. I feel like there was
Mm-hmm.
a more important thing I was supposed to say right there. So I'm going to check my notes real quick. Because
Okay.
I thought I watched something really awesome recently. Did you ever see the movie Flushed Away?
Yes.
Okay. I watched that the
Love
other
that
night
film. Yeah.
for the series on my channel where I do like fake theories on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Really liked it. I love Aardman animations in general. They're some of
Yeah.
my favorite. And that got me thinking. Spooky, scary
Mm-hmm.
Halloween movie of the year that I have not seen since I was maybe 10. Wallace and
Wait, let me guess.
Gromit.
Curse of the Were Rabbit.
That's right.
That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
nightmares. Hated it. Like
The part where
so good to me.
well, actually, no spoilers. No, fuck it. It's
Then
30
it's
years old. The part where he turns into a rabbit is really spooky, scary.
terrifying.
That scared the crap out of me as a kid. But I love that movie. I'm absolutely going to watch that. And maybe I'll do a video on it for Halloween too.
Yeah.
Because, God, do I love it.
I grew up with Aardman animations. So I like watched all the Wallace and Gromit stuff, and then Curse of the Were Rabbit came out. I was like, ah, it's in Gromit, and I was like, what? I hate it. I think I cried.
Oh, well, there you
With
go.
fear. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I was in the exact same boat. Remember Chicken Run?
Yeah.
Chicken Run?
Terrifying.
It's getting a sequel.
Yes, I've
which,
heard.
which blows my mind that it's getting a sequel. That doesn't seem like something Aardman. I mean, I guess Aardman's had they've had a good run with movies, but I don't think they're like exploding to the level they want them to. Because they did like
Yeah,
Early
and I
Man
also
and
think the last few, I don't think you got anywhere much as like attention or love as they used to, did they?
No, not quite. They like fell off a bit. Well, they had like January release dates and whatnot, so it's not like they were getting helped out much in that area. Like if you put an Aardman animation film in like September, like yeah,
Mm.
that's much better than January. If your movie comes out in January, there's a good chance that whatever studio has it is just trying to dump it off. Unless you're Deadpool, because I guess they released both Deadpool movies in February or late
Yeah, because they were
January.
like parody Valentine's Day films, right?
Right. And that seemed to work fine. So it's, I guess it depends what you're putting out, but I feel like January is a really rough time for it. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I love Aardman animations. I'll have to check out those other movies they had come out. I know Early Man was one of them, and I'm sure there's a second one. Did they do Missing
Pirates.
Link? Or is that someone else?
I think that's someone else. I could be wrong though. They did Pirates and Adventure with Scientists, or an Adventure in Science or something, which I really like. It's stupid fun.
Which one is that?
Pirates and Adventure with Scientists. You just search
Pirates?
Aardman Pirates.
I'm just going to search Aardman animation movies.
Pirates. Yeah, that's what I did. It's like Pirates and Adventure with Scientists. I think it's 2012, I want to say.
2012.
I could be wrong though.
Oh, it's called something else over here. It's
Ooh.
called The Pirates, Band of Misfits, I believe. I
Oh.
remember really liking that movie as a kid. I forgot that existed. Oh, look at all this. Shaun the Sheep, I remember watching that back in the day.
Love Shaun the Sheep.
Chicken Run 2's got a nice little thing there. God, they're really early stuff. Like their 70s stuff is terrifying. They're
Yeah.
late 70s. My God. That's fucking terrifying. Well, yeah, I guess they really haven't done. I guess it was Early Man in 2018.
I've done a lot recently.
Yeah, they're kind of slowing down a tad. That's too bad. We're a big fan of them. Oh, that's right. They did the Shaun the Sheep movie in
Yeah.
2015. I really liked that movie. That movie was like I was oddly. It felt too good when I watched it. Like it did because I was just barely outgrown that. It was 2015, so I was like 14,
A
13.
film that is better than it has any right to be. And that's Paddington 2.
That's what I've never seen Paddington 2, but I've heard that.
It's a film about Paddington shouldn't be as good as that film is. You know?
Right.
Blows my mind.
But it was,
And it was. It was really good.
and it blew up all over the place. Oh, here we can look at Aardman's little track record with yeah, Curse of the Were Rabbit cost 30 million to make and then got
Yeah.
them 192.6 million dollars gross. That kind of, I mean, they've had huge success with a lot of different stuff, it seems. Except for their most recent one, Early Man, where it cost 50 million, which is one of their most expensive ones, or not one of their, actually the fully animated ones are way more expensive, but still 54.6 gross take on that one. So not great. But we'll see how Chicken Run 2 goes. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Chickens. A lot of fun.
Well, you know what they say in Britain? If it ain't Britain, then you're just kidding.
Exactly
Kitten
what we
around. Joking. Like a child. Well, there you go. Some sweet, sweet Aardman animation talk. Some
Yeah.
spooky, scary Halloween stuff.
We scary talk.
Some video game stuff.
Mm.
What else is there? There's got to be
Normally
one.
you have a rant.
Hmm.
You normally have a rant at some point. You got a rant.
Um, I don't know. Things have been going oddly well. I've been working nonstop. I could rant about how I'm not playing as much. I've like played a little bit of Chivalry 2 and State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2, I should say. I think I've already brought it up multiple times because I keep uninstalling it and reinstalling it. That team, Undead Labs, killer. They released a game that was shit, and they have turned it into something I genuinely enjoy now. So I've completely flipped on it. I'm loving what I'm playing right now when I have the time to. But it's almost a good thing. I like being this busy with stuff because it makes me feel productive, and things are going well across the board. With Press Start, with my personal channel, Mr. Cow, and we've got an album releasing on October 1st under the name Dogen. That's the name we're going with, named for the character in Psychonauts that I love so much. So that's exciting. So everything's going super well. It just takes a bunch of work. There's not much to be upset about these days. Except for one thing. I could probably rant about this. I'm in a macroeconomics class. Okay? It's not that bad. Pretty straightforward class. But I decided one night, I was behind on homework. I was like, shit, all right, I've got 3 assignments worth 100 points and a discussion worth 3 points. Obviously, I should put all my time into the 3 assignments that are worth 100 points. And sure enough, before the deadline, I got all 3 done and didn't have time for the one discussion. So the next day, I get my grades back. I get a 0 out of 3, a 100 out of 100, a 100 out of 100, and then like a 99.73 out of 100. So I fucking killed it. Until I looked at my grades. That 0 out of 3 for that discussion is worth twice what one of those homework assignments are. And since I got 0 out of 3, it's because I guess economic people are fucking insane sometimes. So I got my grade in a total point scale that they were doing was 693 or something like that out of 700, and I had like a 70% in the class. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely not.
Welcome to the fucking University of Fuckbucker United, where I go, where there's a bunch of stuff like this. I'm sure it's universal across most colleges where you have some stupid stuff like this to deal with, but I've never seen something as done. It's like borderline misleading to do your point system like that. But now I know, and my grade, that was weeks ago at this point. Now my grade in that class is like an 85 and 90, so I've moved on. I wasn't horribly rude to the man that did it like that. If our classes were in person, I probably would have made fun of him a little bit. But you get it sorted. You get it sorted and you move on, and that's just kind of that. That's as close as I can get to a rant this week. I'm in a jolly mood.
I'll be honest, like 99% of it went over my head because the American school system is so different from the UK. But
it's pretty wacky.
Yeah.
I guess the way to put it would be, in Britain, they grade you based off apples, right? They give you like, if you do really well, they give you 3, because you guys don't have grocery stores. You have to get good grades, and that's how you get your food, if I remember right. So a guy basically said, I'll give you 10 apples for 3 assignments and 1 apple for this discussion. And I was like, cool. But the apples you gave me for the 3 assignments fucking sucked. But the one for the discussion was awesome. And then I think also in Britain, you guys don't have running water. That's what we have for exams, I think. Right. I'm not entirely sure how it transfers over. I do know you guys don't have roads, though. You kind of just slide around like penguins in the mud.
Yeah.
That's as far as I can tell.
Yeah. 100% accurate. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hoot and a half, but it's out of my mind at this point.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Things are going good here on Press Start on the Tuesday show, but I guess that's where we'll wrap up the Tuesday show for today. We got some stuff to get working on, and it'll be good. See y'all next time, everybody. Hit the like, subscribe button, do that stuff. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers by December. If that happens, if that happens, I'll do a hot tub stream if we get to 10,000 by December.
Right, okay.
I'll make that. I'll put a kiddie pool in my house and I'll get it set up that way.
I'm gonna pull out all the stops.
We'll make it happen. If that happens, like, I mean, we're gonna pump out more videos and whatnot. So it's feasible. Yeah. It is a possibility with the stuff we have planned.
like, because I have like my Yakuza video on the other monitor, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, if I can pull this off really, really quick and really good,
Could have a big
maybe.
jump. That's your motivation, everybody. Share this stuff around. We appreciate the love and the support from all y'all. And if you want to see my hot naked body in a tub full of water,
Oh, you're doing it naked? I thought you'd go for like a mankini situation.
I'd probably wear a bikini. But let's face it, it would
Straight up
be
bikini or mankini?
it would be a regular bikini, and it would be skimpy as
Right.
hell. It would
Yeah.
be borderline embarrassing to all people that know me what I would wear.
Can we borderline?
That's
Can
the
we
dress
go
code.
like,
Yeah. Borderline
yeah,
illegal to show on the internet, or at least on Twitch.
okay.
And that's where I'll play Five Nights at Freddy's. You think the game's scary? Wait until you see me. Bye, everybody.
Oh.
That's the tagline.